Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Driving F&I Performance and Long-Term Profitability webinar. We're going to give it just a minute here to give everybody an opportunity to click and join us, and then we'll get started. So bear with us for just 1 minute. Once again, thanks everybody for joining. My name is Paul Marole, AVP of Strategic Partnerships with the JM&A Group, down here at the Deerfield Beach headquarters in Florida. Normally it's pretty sunny. It happens to be a little rainy today, but we'll make it through. Thanks so much for joining today. On our call, we're going to talk about F&I profitability as well as driving long-term profitability within the stores. Today I have a special guest that I'll introduce in a moment, but just to go over the agenda today, we're going to walk through FlexCare and the differences between FlexCare and FlexCare Drive. We're going to talk about the extended participation availability that'll be out there for our dealers, as well as the JM&A support model and what that looks like for our stores. And at the end, we'll open up for questions. If anybody has anything they'd like to ask on this call, we understand the audience may be different. On this call, we have Stellantis dealers. Some may be already participating in the FlexCare program today, or maybe also the FlexCare Drive. So we'll hopefully answer questions for both sides of that, or maybe dealers that aren't participating in either one of the programs. I'm going to turn it over to Jim, and we'll go to the next steps.
Okay, thanks, Paul. Jim Trabilcock. I'm the Vice President for Service Contracts globally at Stellantis, and happy to share with you today some of the advantages to the FlexCare and the FlexCare Drive vehicle protection products. So if you go to the first slide here, just to kind of give you an overview, and I'll go through a couple of different aspects of the products, but just simply speaking, when we talk about FlexCare vehicle protection, those are the products that we would hold on the Stellantis sales platform that dealers can leverage when selling the FlexCare products. And then on the FlexCare Drive vehicle protection, those are the products that we would sell on the JM&A platform. Just to kind of give you a little bit of flavor for what we sell on both platforms. On the left side, we have a full suite of vehicle protection products, both on the extended warranty, the service contracts, the maintenance, and the ancillary products. We administer all of those products through our Stellantis sales platform and also through our Stellantis warranty system. On the right-hand side, very similar suite of products as what we have in the Stellantis platform through JM&A on the JM&A platform, and all aspects of products, service contracts, again, maintenance and ancillaries. The product portfolios virtually are the same. There isn't a whole lot of difference between the two. And then on the JM&A side, they would administer all of their all the contract sales through their platform, and then also all of the claims through the JM&A claims platform. We jump over to the revenue structures. One of the main reasons that we jumped into this partnership with JM&A is we were predominantly on the Stellantis side a risk-free dealer commission platform. We dabbled a little bit in reinsurance, but really the bulk of our business was on risk-free commissions sales to dealers. And then and the reason we picked JM&A on the risk side is mainly due to the research that we had done, the interaction that we had with the JM&A team. They're really the best in class when it comes to reinsurance expertise. And you can see on the right-hand side of the page, they offer any form of risk that you can think of from a dealer to house your reserves if you want to take on risk when you're selling service contracts. So DOWCs, NCFCs, CFC, retro, and Paul will take you through some of that as we continue through the presentation. On our side, on the Stellantis side, you can see we have a commission structure. We can pay, depending on your penetration and your loss ratios, we can pay up to 26% commission on your sales. We pay it out on a quarterly basis. And then separately, we would pay to your F&I teams up to 7% commission on those sales as well. If I jump into maintenance products, on the left-hand side on the FlexCare Vehicle Protection, we have a product offering called My FlexCare Service. It's a maintenance program that we launched late last year. It's a twofold program. One is we have retail products that we sell either in the service lane, and also we sell through the F&I office. And then we also have a product that dealers can choose to sell and add to their Monroney labels to their vehicle purchase. And it gets added on the right-hand side of the page as a 2-year oil change package. We can sell it either as petro or gas and diesel, 2 different prices, obviously, but 2-year oil change package with tire rotation and first day rental, same day rental, and trip interruption as well as added into that package. It's $225 for the gas that's added to the invoice, and it's $335 for the diesel package. And then additionally, we have all of our other retail products that we sell. We sell plain oil change packages we call essentials, but we also have a plus and a premium, where we put and add in wear items depending on the level of package you want to purchase. And then the last piece of the puzzle is we have a profit share program for any product that you sell, My FlexCare Service maintenance products that you sell through our platform, either the Monroney label product and also the retail products that you would sell in the F&I office or in the service lane. So a full comprehensive maintenance product offering is provided on the Stellantis sales platform. On the right-hand side of the page, the JM&A team has a very similar program when it comes to maintenance. They have a profit share. They don't have the Monroney label product at this time, just the retail sales products, similar to what we would be offering on the Stellantis side. If I jump over to support your growth perspective, on our side, on the Stellantis side, we have a field team. There's about 60 to 65 individuals throughout the country that support our sales platform. They are managed through a company called Helm that we have worked with for over 20 years, a dedicated service on the service contract side. They also handle some other field teams for us as well on the express lane, and also on accessories. So a full comprehensive set of field team members that are supporting the Stellantis organization. But you get monthly reviews, you get performance and strategy discussions, and then you also get training. On the JM&A side, a very similar structure. JM&A Group field team is assigned for the FlexCare Drive products. They would provide you reinsurance reviews, performance and strategy discussions, and then also dedicated training. So the beauty of this program and this partnership is that you can sell on either platform if you want to, and you also would get the benefit of both field teams. So if, let's say, for example, you want to take some cash commission on some product, you can jump onto our platform and train your team on that platform. If you want to be in reinsurance or you want to only be in reinsurance, you can leverage just the JM&A platform. Either or works. It's a mix and match. It's a freedom of choice partnership. If you look at the claims adjudication process, to me, the key piece of the puzzle here and the key aspect of this is that both sides of the house get over 90% satisfaction from a claims adjudication perspective at the dealer level. That was critical for us when we chose JM&A, that they had a very good claims adjudication process to support the dealer network. So we did a lot of due diligence on the claims side. I flew down to Florida when we were selecting JM&A. We went through the whole claims adjudication process, very robust process. And again, both sides are 90% plus satisfaction from an adjudication perspective. Our a little bit different on the pay plan and how we reimburse dealers. Our claims are handled through our warranty system, They're connected up through the labor op process in the warranty system. We reimburse claims at warranty rates, and then we apply also warranty dealer markup rates as well on those claims. We pay out every Tuesday, so basically every single week you'll get a payout based off the claims that you've submitted in. And then most of our product it goes through a post-adjudication process, but we do have 20% of the claims that go through a pre-adjudication process. So a limited number of claims go through pre. We run everything through post, and then we have an AI engine in the post that we run it through to give us some validation checks. On the right-hand side, a little bit different when it comes to pre and post authorization. Most of the claims on the JM&A side go through a pre-auth process, 80%. Your payments then get reimbursed on your monthly statement because the majority of the business is a reinsurance book. And then your rates are then reimbursed at MSRP from a parts perspective. And then warranty labor rates are similar to the warranty labor rates that we would apply on the Stellantis side of the house. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Paul, and he's going to take you through some of the information with respect to JM&A.
Thank you, Jim. As Jim had mentioned in the previous slides, two amazing options, either on the FlexCare or the FlexCare Drive, both with unique advantages. And as Jim had also mentioned, you have the ability to do a hybrid and utilize either one program for one portion or the other program for another at your pick and choose. And both are geared towards maximizing dealership and associate profits within the stores. Whether you want the standard program or you'd like some additional structure options, which we'll go over in just a moment, both are factory backed. Both have that advantage. And we're all aware that the benefits of a factory backed program and all the statistics show that an average increase when you go from a traditional service contract to a factory backed program is roughly 10% increase in the value versus a non-factory backed program. So both programs do have that advantage. Going over to the support model, so what's it look like on the JM&A side? So I'm going to walk through kind of the individual steps. First is onboarding, and I'm going to describe this in a way of you're a brand new store coming on and you're deciding to go with the FlexCare Drive program. We employ over 50 specialists at a given time throughout the country that their responsibility is to go in and help install the products within the store, as well as help train the business managers, sales managers, and dealership staff in order to support the program, whether it comes from a claim side within the service drive to a performance side in the F&I or sales to help set up the products for F&I. In addition to that, in ongoing support, we employ over 30 or 300 of our field team across the country that they're dedicated to support those stores in whatever facet that you need, whether it be from simply a product side or from a performance perspective. In addition to that, we like to do performance reviews for our stores. And this is a monthly discussion where we go over previous month's performance in relation to the goals for the store and help drive performance to make sure we have operational alignment and everybody's moving towards the same goals. So the plan is the ongoing support and helping assess those models to continue to drive performance in the store. And whether that's from a sales, F&I, or fixed operations perspective, the FlexCare Drive program is designed behind that. As mentioned earlier, we do have structure participation options. Some of these you may already be familiar with. We do have every structure option available through this platform. And our first one on there is a 1+ commission, or otherwise known as a guaranteed retrospective. And this is where they assume a dollar amount per contract sold. And the structure stays in a non-risk program where you receive a benefit, whether it's monthly, quarterly, or annually. The second option is a retrospective commission structure where you participate in the underwriting income of the program, but you have limitations against the underwriting loss. But this also includes investment income, and it's a lower risk program to get into a participation structure. And the third one on there may be a new vernacular for you. So producer affiliated reinsurance company, PARC, or otherwise known as a CFC, where dealers have an opportunity to participate in the investment and underwriting income through an ownership of either a domestic company or a foreign company that elects as the U.S. insurance company, and this allows you to get the additional tax benefits. We also have a non-controlled foreign corporation, so for dealers or groups that exceed the size limitations to stay in a park, you can participate in a non-controlled foreign corporation that gives you additional advantages beyond the limitations what they have annually. And then the last one on there is our dealer-owned warranty corporation. So this is a new one for OEMs. This gives you the ability to participate in underwriting income and investment income through ownership of your own corporation and act as the obligor for the F&I products. So a lot of flexibility with having a DOWC. And then our last bullet point was on there to make sure you're fully aware is we also have hybrid options. So depending on your partnership structure, your store, or how the store is set up, we have the ability to combine multiple structures based on percentage of the ownership or how you want the store to go. It's best to get with your representative and talk about what's best for your needs, and then explore which option makes sense or go into a potential hybrid structure. Now, we did mention that we're going to open it to Q&A. There should be a chat button located on your screen that you can type in some chats, and we have some, Jim and I have some assistants in the back, so that's going to push forward the questions. So hopefully we'll be able to have some good dialogue.
Want to take this, or do you want me to take it, Paul?
Yeah, well, I guess we could probably both answer that question. So the
Sure.
question we got is, what are the benefits, what are other benefits of an OEM-backed product? I think the great one of an OEM-backed product is Stellantis Financial gives additional added benefits to financing with Stellantis when you sell a factory-backed product. So there's additional advances that you get more, and also preferred financing through that program. But that's a great question.
And I would add maybe a couple of thoughts here. Paul mentioned it earlier on the benefit of an OEM back from a sales perspective. You do get a lift on the product from an OE versus a third party. But additionally, the nice thing, at least from our perspective on the Stellantis side, is a customer can buy that product and they can go to any dealer in the network and the dealer network will honor it. So that is a critical piece of the puzzle, at least from my perspective, for the consumer.
And Jim, you might be best to answer this next question. It's asked about the factory-backed CPO program that's going to currently run as it is today. So maybe if you can explain how the CPO program works.
Yeah, so the CPO program right now, and it's going through a little bit of a change. We've been working on it for the last, I would say, 6 months or so. Previously, in our world, the CPO program was managed through the sales and marketing organization within Stellantis, and as of January of this year, it transitioned over into the service contract business under my responsibility. So we are reorganizing it. We've started it. We kicked it off in January. We've been kind of mulling along here. It is a FlexCare product offering, but there is going to be some additional change that's going to be beneficial to the dealer and to the consumer as we progress through this. More to come on it. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a lot of exciting things that are going to be coming in probably Q3, no later than Q4, and you'll start to hear about the changes coming for the CPO program.
Yeah. Thank you, Jim. And the next question, I think I hopefully tried to answer it earlier about the SFS back-end financing support. So yes, there is custom financing support for the FlexCare and the FlexCare Drive program so that you can have a better advance for your consumers. So there's a little bit more flexibility with the SFS financing when you use these products. Next question is going into more detail on a DOWC program. Quite honestly, with DOWCs, they're quite complicated. It could be an entire webinar on DOWCs. So whoever asked that question, we'll make sure you have my contact information. So if you want more details on how a DOWC program works, I'll be glad to take that offline and provide you more details on a dealer-owned warranty company and how to set one up, what's the difference between maintaining one of those structures versus a CFC or a retrospective. I like all these questions. These are great.
Very good.
See another question coming in. All right. What does strong in-store support and execution look like on a day-to-day in the dealership? So I'll take that one. So this is not a one-size-fits-all model. Depending on the dealer, depending on the needs of the consumer, it's different. So some stores, prefer to have, twice a month in-store training. very specific, utilized within different departments. Some like a more hands-off approach where we provide guidance and performance support. So everyone's a little different, but our typical model is for the larger stores, depending on their needs, you would see a JM&A rep twice per month in the stores. Those reps will be coming in with a very specific action plan. They'll look at the performance in the store, whether there's deficiencies in PVR, in product penetration, or maybe it's in retention or potentially employee retention concerns. And once we find those concerns, we'll come up with that action plan, reach out to the dealer principal of the store or the decision maker, and express what our concerns are and our plan to accomplish it. And then once in the store, start the day with a kind of a recap of what that looks like, then continue throughout the day to solve the problem. And then at the end of the day, we do what's called a dealer summary report, where we summarize what took place during the day and whether it's what we got accomplished or what still needs to be accomplished on the next visit, and a game plan for when we come back to the store. That's a great question. I love that. So will the customer see the JM&A brand? No, they're going to see on the contracts, they're going to see FlexCare Drive across the top of the form. There will be in the fine print that it does say that it's underwritten through Fidelity Warranty Services. So they'll see that on the form through the fine print, but it will not have a JM&A branding on any of the contracts. It'll say FlexCare Drive on all the contracts. Either from the FlexCare program, we'll say FlexCare Drive will have FlexCare Drive, of course. All right. The question is no more questions. All right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think we answered everybody's questions, and we appreciate everybody joining today, and thank you very much. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to myself, Paul, and the JM&A team. But thank you for your time, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. Appreciate you joining us today. Thank you for your time this afternoon. Thanks for everybody that joined. There is a QR code on the screen if you want to put your camera feature on that. If you want to learn more, that'll link you to some more details. But once again, thanks for your time and have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.